Hi, welcome to My Live Rig. Oisín wasn't able to make it today, so I'm standing in for him. My name is Nigel. We have a very special edition of My Live Rig. We're here at Vicar Street, and it's the night of Deftones' last European tour, or last gig of the European tour. And we have a very special friend of Musicmaker, Aditya Ashok, who plays with Skyharbor. Aditya, thank you so much for coming.
Man, pleasure,
and it's great to see you again.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time that we've met.
No, it's not.
Aditya was one of our 21 drummers on our 21 Drums camp last year with Ash Stone, Mark Juliana and Mike Johnston, and 4 of your buddies from India as well.
Yeah,
right?
there was like a group of 5, and there was one guy coming, and then he managed to get all of us to come, and it became like a big party, and it was quite a party.
Yeah, and have you kept up your practice regimen since then? Or?
Not as much as I would have liked to, but we meet quite a bit, all 5 of us, and then every time we do meet, we manage to try and do a little bit of a run through of most of the stuff that we learned. So it has definitely it's improved our discipline towards practice a little. Not as much as I would like, but definitely better than when we came in.
Cool, man. Well, listen, we better jump right into it and get a look at all your taste of gear. Let's start with your cymbals. You're with Zildjian for how long now?
Yeah, I've been with Zildjian for 3 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and they have been like the leading cymbal brand in India as well.
Okay.
So when I started playing drums, that was the obvious choice, and I haven't needed to look anywhere else since I started playing them. And there's quite a wide palette I use for Skyharbor. I usually keep it very simple when I'm playing most of my other gigs, just hats, ride, 2 crashes. But more than just having a lot of fun with the drum heavy Skyharbor material, it's there's like different cymbals, each kind of playing their own role. Some for just certain songs, and some of them which I don't get to play chinas or stacks in most of my other setups, so it's really fun to have this option open.
Yeah, and you've lots of options just on the kit right now, which is really cool. It's great. Obviously as drummers, we are always like, oh wow, so many cymbals.
Yeah, it looks nice and all of that, but also there's a certain functionality that I had in mind. In fact, just through the tour, I've actually changed a bunch of things around, which I can.
So what was one of the major changes that you made
through the tour?
Yeah.
So I had. In fact, it wasn't exactly this cymbal, but I had a crash over here.
Oh, okay.
So I had my whole objective was to have 2 crashes like there, and then 2 over there.
Okay.
And then I can just mix and match and do whatever I want within those. But what ended up happening was the overhead wasn't picking up this guy as much, so then I just shifted it there, and then that gives me a little quicker. Most of our songs are very crash heavy.
Okay, yeah.
So
there's lots like you could have 3 crashes in like a second. Or...
So where a hi-hat or a ride would be a primary like beat keeper in most a lot of genres. Here, I mean, the crash is the main thing.
Yeah.
So if I just keep playing that for 16 bars, it could get a little monotonous.
Yeah.
So I kind of threw that in there to just change that sound up a bit.
Okay.
It's broken though. This guy broke on tour.
Was that on this tour?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it was. So it's a fast crash and it's pretty thin. Yeah. So I don't blame it.
Yeah, you hit them pretty hard too. So
yeah, a little bit. I mean, for this kind of music,
you got to
do it.
Well, let's in its current configuration. Let's start with the left and move all the way around the right.
Cool. So this is an 18-inch EFX A custom. And I want like 7 of these, honestly, man. Like it's just everywhere I put it, based on where it is in the setup.
Yeah.
When I go to it for a certain section of a song, it's different if I didn't have that before.
Right.
So it's like this is one of my favorite ones, even though it's such a simple and straight up effect symbol. It's got a really nice tonality to it. I mainly use this for one of the newer songs. It's called Menace. There's a lot of like left crash action, so I could do without it for the rest of the set. But it's very essential for that part of the set. So I had this guy over there, but since we started playing the new song over the last 2 shows, I've replaced it with my favorite.
Cool.
Then we've got a 14-inch A custom master sound hi-hat here.
Abe has a 15 to them, is that right?
You know what? I haven't checked out his setup yet properly. I think I'll wait for the show to get over and then do that. He's got 15
I'm pretty sure he said 15 master sounds. I could be wrong.
They sound like 15-inch cymbals.
Yeah, definitely.
I was using the 14.25 K custom hybrid hats.
Oh, they're low.
I really like those also. But what happened is when we were doing the record, I felt like it had a little too much high end.
Okay. There's a lot of tick
That's why I like them in the first place. So I thought I'll just try this for this store and then see how it feels. I've had these for like 3 years. I got this with my first.
Yeah, they look like they've been around for a while, which is great. I mean, it stands to the testament of those hats.
Yeah, in fact, I kind of like the fact that there's a little bit of grime on it. It gives it a little more body and like.
You wouldn't clean your cymbals?
I used to.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, when you live in India, there's no point. Like, look at them. Like, no points for guessing which the new cymbals are.
Yeah. I think it's those three there.
I got these two when I came on tour. Like, it came to Düsseldorf where we were rehearsing, and that one just 2 weeks before I left for tour. So
yeah, I think dirty cymbals sound better. I think like the longer you leave it and you don't touch it and you just play it, they just age really well and get better, you know. And then especially with great cymbals like these.
I mean, if it's the tonality you're looking for, then for sure. If you really want that like crisp, bright sound, then for sure. But like for Ks and stuff, if they're a little old, man, this guy. So it's got a Steve Gadd signature on it.
Oh, no way.
I mean, I bought it like this because when Gadd did a workshop in India, he used this and he just signed all of them, and it was also a good crash. So yeah, I'll just come back to where we left off. This is an 18-inch K Custom Session crash, which I don't actually use with Skyharbor usually, but I thought I'll take it out on this run, and I've been extremely happy with it. So yeah, this one is like, it's one of the older ones in my setup, maybe about 4 years old. This was even before I was endorsed. I picked this one up, and yeah, I like the fact that it's kind of aged and it's grimy, and it's a soft. It's not too like bright, harsh bright. Yeah. But it really cuts through everything.
Loads of character.
Yeah. Character is the word to use. Good. So that's like my left crash. Then over here we have my absolute favorite ride, which is the 21-inch 20th anniversary A Custom ride, and I actually I shaft that quite a bit. Yeah. So for like really big sections in some of the songs, I'm just like going ham on it. You'll see me do that today in song number 4, outro, and just like I could stand up and just jump and fucking go down on that. Yeah, cool. Should I do that?
Yeah,
who'll play the kick drum? So yeah, really nice bell action as well.
Yeah, because that's one thing I think I spoke to you about it last night too. Like that's one thing that really stuck out in the songs, is that the bell work you're doing all the time is just so tasteful and nice, awesome. Really nicely placed. Thanks. So I guess the bell on that is pretty important.
Also, I think the way we've mic'd, we have close mic'd the ride from below.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So to pick up, because there's so much ride. I mean, bell action, might as well have it come out like instead of letting the overheads do that work. So yeah, I mean, this is the second time I've picked up the same. I had the same ride before, and it cracked, and then I just got another one. I was like, I'm not even gonna try and. But let's see, if something happens with this, then maybe I'll branch out from there. So yeah, I had one here, I shifted it there. This is another one of my favorite aux, not really an aux crash, but like a secondary crash. It's the 18-inch fast crash, A Custom fast crash. In fact, it was Karun who first got this, like ages ago.
That's his actual cymbal?
No, not his. He got the same model, like many years ago, and I played it and I was like, I'm gonna get this one day. Okay. And here it is. But of course, it's a thin crash, and it's, I guess, like one tour. Its lifespan will be like one tour, maybe.
It'll make a nice addition to a stack at some point, I'd say.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do with that one. Then, of course, the main crash is a 20-inch A Custom crash, medium crash. I think it's just a Custom crash. It's not a medium crash. And so, a lot of the songs start off with that, or even if they start with hats or the ride. That always becomes like the chorus crash, it's the main sound of the big choruses and the powerful choruses that we have. And it's really thick. It takes quite a beating. We haven't had any issues with any kind of cracks on this tour. And I've had, this is the new one. I think that's why, We'll see. We'll give it a few months.
There's still like another 40 minutes left in its life on this tour.
Let's see if I can do some damage.
Nice looking China here as well.
Yes, this is a brand new, it's a 19-inch K Custom hybrid. So it's got the hybrid.
The hybrid stuff is really nice.
They also look so good, but they sound excellent. Yeah. So this is something that I got just before the tour, and I've been like really happy with this. So just before this, I picked up, I think it was an 18-inch, but have you noticed some of the Chinas, they kind of like go up there, and then this guy is like really short.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of that sound. Yeah. So I got one of those, and then I returned it, and I got this, and I love it.
Another like someone who turned me on to years ago when I had them, the K Custom Hybrids, was Guy Davis from Reuben. You know that band Reuben? You've ever heard of them?
I don't think so.
I'll send you some stuff. Amazing band.
Guy Davis.
Yeah, and he played all K Custom Hybrid stuff, and it sounds amazing.
It sounds great. Yeah. I really want to pick up a hybrid Crash, maybe replace it over there.
I think the 19s are the biggest they're doing that. Is that right?
I don't think I've seen more than a 19 actually. Yeah, even this is a 19.
Yeah. So what's this sauce?
The little stack sauce. So this is actually this is my first stack experiment that has worked. So I'm quite proud of it. It's just an EFX again, 18-inch EFX, cool. Same thing. But under that is a now discontinued Oriental China. It's a 18-inch Oriental China, which is like, I just destroyed it.
Oh wow, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's like, it broke so bad, but it sounds great on a stack. In fact, that actually cut one of the stagehands guys open in Madrid, in Milan, I think.
Uh-oh.
I felt quite shitty about it. But yeah, that's really nice stack.
That's a real nice collection, Cymbals.
Yeah, man, this is what I use with Skyharbor now.
And you use a lot of them. Like it's great to watch actually. Like
I actually like it's fun to like just dance and play. So when you're dancing, it's fun to have like cheeky movements. And, give like it becomes fun for me and fun for everyone watching. Cheeky movements.
I like it.
Like I could just hit something like that, or I could just
a little flick.
A little just be a little sassy about it.
Our friend Oshin,
he's
like that as well. I always used to watch him be like just grooving on hats, and next thing you just go like that. It's just this real ninja move off to the right, and he'd nail it. It's great. Well, we're running out of time because the doors are going to open. So let's talk about you're with Mapex as well.
Yes,
which is like an amazing couple of endorsements, which is incredible.
Mapex.
How long are you with Mapex now?
Mapex has been 2 years.
Okay, great.
Actually, Mapex has also been 3 years.
Oh, okay.
It was 2014, yeah.
Brilliant.
2014. Just about a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've been playing a Saturn since I joined them actually.
Yeah.
I used to play like an M, which is I think now their Meridian Birch.
Okay.
That was the first serious drum kit that I got. And then after the endorsement, I was like, I'm going straight for the Saturn.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I love it. It sounds great in the studio. Right now, I have a slightly different setup than what I have at home, because I mean, we had to like just use what we could get over here because we had only 2 days to figure this out. So right now, I'm using a 22-inch kick. There's a 12 rack and a 14 and a 16 tom. But at home, I have a 22, 12, and here I have a 16 and an 18.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of like quad kind of fills that I do with the kick and the floor toms.
Yeah.
So it sounds a lot like deeper and nicer with a 16 and an 18.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's fun, you know. It's like when you're used to something and then you get something else. It's like, oh, this is new.
Yeah.
So you kind of just work with it and play with it.
And what finish is your kit at home?
I've got a tobacco burst, I think it's called. Nice. It's like sparkly, kind of like this, but
like a gloss lacquer finish type thing. Yeah.
It's stunning. I really wish I could bring it out, man, but shipping that stuff from India is it's just not worth the money.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, if you can get a nice Saturn kit otherwise, might as well, you know.
Yeah. And you're running some triggers tonight as well?
Yeah, so I've got a kick trigger and a snare trigger. I'm using the Roland, the new RT30.
I haven't seen that one before, actually.
I just bought them before the tour as well. So I'm running those into a Roland TM2.
Okay, yeah.
We have our own custom samples that we run on that, and at FOH he just does a blend of the sample and the actual sound.
Yeah.
We again have been using Audix mics for the entire kit, but because of logistical issues coming in, we had to, most of our rental gear that we had, we sent it back to Düsseldorf because we couldn't ship it here and ship it back.
Yeah.
So we're using the house mics today. But they sounded great yesterday.
Audix are good.
Audix, I'm
big
really
fan
loving
of the
them.
D6 and
the
D4.
The D6 is on. Yeah, my D6 is on today.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
We've also got a kick in the Beta 91.
Yeah.
And of course, a 57 for your snare.
Absolutely, gotta have one of those.
Yeah, man. What else? I use Demon Drive pedals.
Okay, yeah. Have you always used Demon Drive, or have you been like everyone else? You've gone through this like.
I did the Iron Cobras.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I actually won the Iron Cobras 7 years ago at a drum competition, and it was like. It's a local thing back home, and for the best drummer award they had like Demon Drives, and I was like, yes, I wanted to buy these, but now I have them.
Great.
But I switched to these I think about 2.5 years ago, and they're
They
beautiful.
look immaculate.
Yeah. Look, have a closer look.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, the plate there is a little... But, like, look at how shiny that is. Like, I can't believe
Yeah,
it.
that's still quite shiny, actually. But yeah, I mean, I'm really... ever since I tried the direct drive, I feel like it's a lot more responsive than the chain or the belt.
I tried some direct drive Yamahas lately, and
Okay.
I'm really thinking about getting rid of a chain drive. It's just so
Yeah,
much
man.
more fluid and quicker. or
Absolutely.
something.
The response to your foot is like, as your foot goes... I mean, that's what happens with chain, but I don't know,
Yeah.
something... I don't know the science of it,
Yeah.
but there's something to it for sure.
Oh, definitely. There's a huge difference. Some people don't like it. I guess
Yeah.
it's different strokes for
Yeah,
different folks, but
fair enough,
I think I might be converted to direct drive too. So so you've got the Demon drives going.
Then back home, I have a 14 by 6.5 inch snare.
Okay.
I had to improvise again because we're very far away from home, but it's still a 14 by 6.5.
Yeah.
In terms of sticks, I don't endorse sticks yet, but I've been playing. I'm almost embarrassed about this, but the Travis Barker sticks. I started playing these like many years ago, and I just haven't found sticks that have the same kind of weight
Right.
and height. I mean length, but they don't feel as heavy. I mean, even if you play, I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever held one of these, but like
Never actually.
it's super
actually
thick.
really light.
I don't want to say heavy actually. I meant thick. It's thick, but it's super light.
Yeah, really light.
So I get a lot of
Is
power.
it hickory?
I'm not
It
sure,
is,
man.
yeah.
I've not done the.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, there is.
It feels more
It
like
is hickory.
a sugar maple. It's so light. It's crazy.
My information on stick woods is fairly low, but I think I'll learn a thing or two
Yeah,
from
no,
you.
definitely.
Yeah, I
it's
saw
hickory.
that.
That's yeah.
So it gives me a lot of power, and at the same time, it's light, so a lot of fluidity
speed.
around, speed
Yeah,
and power.
Jesus.
I'm still trying to find something that I can.
Maybe try
mostly.
Abe's Cool Breeze.
Is that beta?
His new stick,
Oh,
I had
his
it
own
today.
thing?
Yeah, it seemed it's again really light,
Okay.
but quite big.
Okay.
Very
Yeah, let me
forward
ask him
heavy.
about it,
Yeah.
The main reason I don't want to use these is because of this white paint that's on all my fucking cymbals now.
Yeah.
I've literally Googled like how to remove white paint from Travis Barker's. I mean, I just like the size of it and everything.
What was the Google results for how to get rid of white shit?
I didn't find anything.
Yeah.
No.
I know. That's why I stay away from nylon tips because they just.
Oh yeah,
wreck
they
cymbals,
wreck
like,
it. Yeah. I used to use nylon tips again, but like wood has its
Yeah.
own sound.
And they
which
always
is-
break off too, which is pretty frustrating.
What else? I'm using a Behringer. I've never
Behringer, I think?
Behringer
Yeah.
mixer, 4-channel mixer for my in-ears. I used to use a PV, but we were pressed on time, so I just picked this up last minute. And I'm using Vic Firth headphones. They isolate really well. I'm not a fan of the drivers though.
Okay.
They keep blowing. This is my third pair.
Yeah.
They're already fucked now. And there's gonna be a good 40% of the set where I'm only gonna be hearing on my right headphone, but keeps it interesting.
Yeah, well, listen, Aditya, I think we've got to wrap because doors
Yeah,
are opening.
cool,
but is there
man.
anything coming up for Skyharbor in 2017? After
Yeah,
this?
so we've just finished, not just actually, we finished tracking and mixing the third album. Should be out, I don't want to give a month, but I'm going to say anytime between September and November.
Okay, cool.
Just talking to a bunch of people and just trying to get the best possible release plan for it.
Yeah,
But other than that, we hopefully hit up the US and Europe end of the year, and there's definitely an India tour that's it's almost finished being planned out. So yeah, that'll all be in support of the new
Right,
album.
well, I know it's not easy to get a band here sometimes, but we really hope you bring Skyharbor back to Dublin.
Man, I really hope so too. The minute we heard about this Dublin thing, we're like, we've got to jump on this because it's not very often that we get to come to Dublin. And from my last trip, I fucking love it.
Yeah, and it was evident in the room last night that everyone was really into it. So I think
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
you've
nice,
got a lot
man.
of new
It was
Skyharbor
awesome.
fans
We
in
met a
Dublin.
few people who really dug it. So hopefully meet a few more people today, and I'll have a good show today.
Well, listen, best of luck, Aditya.
Thank you
It's
so
so
much,
great
man.
to see you again.
Likewise,
I could
likewise.
spend all evening talking about drums,
Yeah.
but we don't have the time. But thank you so much.
Cheers, man.
That's Aditya Ashok with Skyharbor. They're playing tonight in support of Deftones in the final night of their European tour. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes.
Everything. We're on all
Everywhere.
the internets.
Brilliant. Good man. All right. Thanks
Cheers.
a lot.